Now you should be able to hear me. What the hell? Streamlabs screwed me over, man. Changed my audio output for some reason. Anyway, let's just repeat all of that again. Welcome to another David Rams live stream. Today we're going to do one of the classics that we do. We're going to go into Discord and we're going to force some people to talk about veganism, right? Because nobody comes willingly. Nobody comes and actually, talks and chooses to come and talk. We force them, right? That's why it's forceful vegan versus the public, because I'm just so forceful. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully we get some takers, some people who want to have a chat in the Discord. So let's pull up that little Discord now. And let's dive in here and have a little look. So hold up. Hope you're all doing really good. If you've got things that you want me to talk about, or you got things you want me to say and all that kind of good stuff, then yeah, do the Streamlabs donation link. The pinned comment is in the link. The link is in the pinned comment. That's how you can contact me today. That's how you can get in touch. That's how you can get your comment up on the screen and get an applause from everybody. And also how you can, I will see it. I will definitely see it that way. And I'll respond to every single one of those guys. So definitely consider it. I'm going to head right in right now to come and talk. Let's have a look. Right, let's go dive in here and get to the stage. So you guys are going to be able to see this on the screen right now. This is the Discord. And we're in the stage. And as you can see, nobody's up. And I'm going to try and get up now. There we go. Hello, Dantas. What's up, man?
Oh, good. Are you already live streaming?
Yeah, we're already on stream. You're on stream right now. There's about 20 people, 23 people.
Oh, damn.
Listening in.
Hello, everyone.
No pressure.
Yeah. This is A, Thank you. This is Dantas. Sorry for all the noises.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
1 moment.
It's all good. Are you still there? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Right, cool.
Do you have a stage description for me?
Yeah, just debate a vegan. I think is a good one. Or you go with what you think is going to pull in the most people. What normally brings in the most people come to have a chat. Just you. I'll trust you on it, man. So yeah, we're gonna set that up, guys. Whilst he's setting that up, I'll tell you a little story. Interesting, something that just happened to me. So I was defrosting my fridge just here in this Airbnb. Getting the freezer, get the frozen shit out of it. I was using a knife, and I accidentally stabbed, unfortunately, the one of the cooling things, and it started spraying gas. And I find out it's toxic gas. So there's a lesson to be learned there. Don't use sharp things to break through ice. I thought the only way to break through ice was using something sharp. So that's stupid of me, obviously. But there we go. And I breathed quite a lot of that in. So if I seem a little bit woozy during this stream, now you know why. I'm like, a little bit like, oh my goodness, little bit feeling a little bit freaky, guys. A little bit weird. Oh my goodness. All right, who's hold up. Oh no. Shit. I just moved myself to the audience by accident. Show requests. Oh no, that messes everything up here. Let's try and make it so you guys can actually see what I see in a nice way. And let's cut that down. There we go. Just move that along there. There we go. Oh no.
Real quick, everyone that's hearing me. Was there a push notification?
You talk to me? I didn't get one, though. I didn't get one. Damn, 53 people up here right now waiting for some vegan debates. What's up, everyone? Hope you're all doing really well. I'm a little bit woozy because of inhaling a lot of toxic gas about 5 minutes ago. But aside from that, I'm doing pretty good.
David, I want to really quick. I think something went wrong. I just want to quickly close it and restart it.
The stage, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close it. You're just gonna have to click on the stage again.
All right, man. Yeah, no worries. We're in no rush here. We're chill. Everyone's chill here, right? Everyone's doing good. Yeah, someone just said get a non-frost freezer. I don't live here permanently. It's not my freezer. It's not my place. It's an Airbnb. So unfortunately, I don't really have a choice on what's here. Yeah, toxic gas and on from a freezer, from a fridge freezer that I accidentally damaged and it pissed out gas, and then I found out the gas is toxic. So I'm a little bit woozy right now. You can join again. Okay, Cool. We'll rejoin the stage and see if we can get this going. Stage 1. Cool. What's this? Yeah. Speaker.
You should be.
Yeah. I can hear you, man. I've messed it all up again.
Okay, it's enabled now. There should be a ping now. For some reason, it was disabled. I'm not sure why.
Okay. So did you? Okay, so I can start the stage, set the topic, and all that stuff now, right?
No, sorry. One moment. I'll do.
You're gonna do that. All right. Cool. No worries. Yeah, you all talking. I love everyone in the chat's talking about how to defrost a freezer right now. Yeah, I know there are ways to do it, but also the reason this one was urgent is because it's been making a lot of noise at night and waking us up, like making these weird cracking sounds. So I thought getting this ice out would give us a good night's sleep. I've had 2 nights of disrupted sleep, so I'm not feeling like. Been feeling a little bit tired and shitty about it, and now I'm feeling tired, shitty about that, and also a little bit woozy from breathing in a lot of toxic gas. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And chocolate milk is keeping me up though. Obviously plant-based before anyone starts to get weird about that.
Can you find the channel, the Discord channel that you're
Okay, I noticed what was wrong.
Okay, so I've got people. What?
I'm so sorry.
What is it?
We're
man?
gonna have to do it one more time. Otherwise, I'll just do a normal thing.
Okay, sure, man. Yeah, whatever you need to do to get this going.
One last time, everyone. One last time.
All right. What are you saying?
the channel? Usually it's here. The
Oh
Discord
shit.
channel,
Yeah.
link.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get Julian to send it me. Someone's asking me how do I speak English without a Spanish accent. I'm not from Spain. I'm from England. I lived in Spain for a little while, but my channel started in Spain, which is why YouTube tells my channel's in Spain. But no, I'm not there anymore. What the fuck? Okay. Yo. Hello.
Okay, yeah, it should
Great.
work now. By the way, you can feel free to change the description later,
All right, man.
as you wish.
Cool. Also, can you just could you put the link? Could you send me the link to join your server? I forgot to put it in the description this time, so you'll make it quicker if you just send it me, and I can do it quickly. Hello.
Yes, I'll send one over as soon as I'm Evo. Evo, can you send David the ARA link? So you wanted to put it into where?
I can put it
Right?
put it in my chat, and then also in the description as well for people that so to promote you guys as well when we got all this set up.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's already all set.
Cool.
You can already start, and as I said, feel free to change the description as you like. Oh my God, so many people are joining. Holy, this is a push notification.
Perfect. It's all good. So for people that are in the YouTube chat wondering what the hell this is a Discord server. It's called Animal Rights Advocates, and you can join it as well. It's open, so for everybody to join. And I've got the link for it now as well. So I'm just gonna get that popped in. 1 minute. Where are you guys? I'll just pop it in the chat right now. There you go. Later on, I'll add it to the description as well. So after the stream is finished, you can come back and get it in the description. I won't do it now, though. But yeah, you guys should go. I won't do it now because it requires some messing around, and I want to get into this. That's why. But it'll be there later. So guys, go and check out these guys. Do really good work. They're growing very rapidly. Big. They're gonna be like probably they already are like biggest vegan Discord server, I think, and they're only going from strength to strength. So definitely check these guys out. All right, let's take a whirl. There's a lot of people here. Jeez, damn. We've got 10 people that want to come and have a chat. So we'll start with. This one, Roman, I suppose. Let's have a chat with Roman.
Hey, no way, I'm the first.
Yeah,
No
you
way.
were quick. You were quick on it.
It's a. I actually had a question.
Yeah.
I was reading this article lately, and it said that ants actually don't feel pain, and the only way that they know that they're like hurt is to look at themselves.
Right.
And what's your ideas on like small critters and that kind of animals? Or is it okay to eat them?
Well, I mean, this kind of. Well, first off, I don't take that science on its face. I would say there are scientists out there who've said the exact same thing about cows and pigs, and only just literally like the past week did they acknowledge in the UK that octopuses, crabs, and lobsters feel pain. but anyone with the common sense knows that why would they have a central nervous system as complex as that? The ability to like, they try to avoid pain. They try and stop themselves from going in boiling water and stuff like that. Why would they do that if they didn't feel pain, right? It's intuitively. But anyway, so I wouldn't take that at face value. But anyway, regardless of that, the question always boils down to, in my opinion, getting our nutrition from the least sentient place we possibly can. Ants are definitely a step up in sentience from a plant. There's no need to eat ants. If I ever needed to for survival, I'd eat them, of course, but there's no need to. So whether they feel pain or not, it's kind of a pointless thing to do. You know what I mean? It's needless when you can just get all your nutrition from plants anyway. And then, there's the off chance that they actually do feel pain and it gets revealed 10 years later, just like it did for all these other animals. And then, you're left with that guilt of, I should have just eaten the plants. There was no need to eat ants anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a fair opinion. I also had like a question that's probably more like a personal question because I didn't really read anything.
All right.
What if I don't like nuts? Like I don't like the taste of nuts. How can I? Because nuts are like for the protein, right?
Yeah, nuts have protein. They're a good source of it.
Is there something that I can eat instead of nuts?
Yeah, you could eat. Seeds have good protein. If you don't like nuts, you probably don't like seeds. What do you actually not like about nuts? I'm just curious.
It depends what nuts. Like peanuts are fine. I guess pistachios are also nice, but I don't like almonds and that kind of shit.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's other options like lentils and chickpeas and quinoa is a good source of protein as well. Like every single vegetable has protein in it. Obviously, not a high. Some of them don't have a high amount of protein, but some of them have a relatively good amount. There's also the seeds, like I said, like pumpkin seeds, for example, are a really good source of protein. So yeah, there are sources. Or if you don't want to go down the road of doing it all natural, if you're happy to eat something else that's like, a little bit processed, the tofu is a good option, tempeh is a good option, seitan's a good option. These are all, vegetables that have been processed into like a bit of a different package, so it's more like a meat replacement kind of thing. But it depends on how you're trying to do it. If you're all about this health lifestyle, then go for whole foods instead. And like I said, lentils, chickpeas, stuff like that. If you don't really care about that, you just want to eat nice food and get protein, then go for the tofus and the seitans and tempehs and things like that instead. And also beans, by the way. Beans are a really good source of protein. Like bean burgers are pretty banging as well, so it's always a plus.
All right. Well, thanks for the tips.
Yeah, man. I see that you were listed as not a vegan, right? Yeah, I think your thing said. Like, what's stopping you from going for it? Because you're here to
right
have
now,
these discussions,
just
right?
how lazy I am. I'm like insanely lazy. I couldn't like start making vegan food instead of just. Well, it's probably my parents just make my food right now. So.
Oh, okay.
To like request vegan food will be, for them at least, way more difficult.
Yeah, so it can be tricky with parents, right? So have you spent a lot of time in this server, or are you new here?
I've been in this stage like 3-4 times, maybe.
Okay. And what do you agree with what people have been saying, or do you have like any kind of
core I think it's a bit hypocritical goal of me to not be vegan, but I really agree with like the vegan side.
That's honest, man. You could probably, so that it sounds to me like what you'd need is to like a way to bring this to your parents without coming off like, preachy or something, because the parents will reject you immediately if you try and force them into something, because that's their job, right? They force you to do things. You don't force them to do things. But you could always get them to, I don't know, where are you from, by the way? I can't get your accent.
The Netherlands.
Oh, you're in the Netherlands. Okay, sweet. So I guess your parents speak perfect English then, which is always a plus.
Yeah.
Everyone in the Netherlands speaks perfect English. You could sit down and watch a couple of documentaries with them. There's one called What the Health, and there's one called Forks Over Knives. And both of these have case studies of people who have really, the symptoms of certain problems they had, like diabetes and other health issues, were really helped by eating a plant-based diet that was like prescribed to them by plant-based doctors. So especially for older generation, this has inspired quite a lot of people who, get into that age where they're going to maybe start encountering these kinds of issues. It's inspired them to seriously consider eating plant-based. I think for parents of of young people like like yourself, I think this is a good way to introduce them to this idea, so that it's not completely coming from you. Actually, you're trying to help them. So I think that could be a good way. Have you heard of those movies, those documentaries before?
Yeah, but I've mostly heard of the ones that show like animals getting slaughtered and
Okay.
shit. So that's less family friendly.
Yeah, so yeah, this is why these obviously those documentaries are very powerful, but I do honestly believe for a lot of people, like especially people who are a bit stubborn, like older parents mainly, very stubborn with kids, for example, a good way to get them into just to think about the food they're eating is through how it could benefit their health, especially when it's a kid trying to talk to their parents. It can be a tricky scenario. So try out. They're both on Netflix. It's What the Health and Forks Over Knives. Neither of them has any gruesome footage or anything like that. Both of them are 100% focused on diet, which obviously, as you know, is not the core reason to be a vegan. But at least, as I said, it gets some people, the more stubborn ones of us, to at least think about it a bit and open them up a bit. So I'd recommend that, man. You could sit down with them and say, hey, we're going to watch a movie about health and food, and we're going to all be healthier for it. I'm sure they're not going to turn their nose up at that, are they?
Yeah. Well, thanks. See ya.
All right, mate. See you later. I think that was a nice way of saying, yeah, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, see ya. Bye. I hope I'm wrong, dude. I hope you're going to do that. What the Health and Forks Over Knives. Sit down with your parents and have a watch, and I'm sure you'll all learn a thing or two. It's really they're really interesting documentaries, interesting case studies. All right, we're 72 people watching. That's pretty cool. Wow, 46 here on Discord and 72 on YouTube. Nice. Love this, guys. Great. Big support. Big thanks to everybody for coming in and checking this out. Next, we've got, I don't know how to say your name, N8 Riv is coming in. Nate Riv, I suppose.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so is vegan meat good for you? And if it is, like, what are the best brands?
Interesting. If by good for you, do you mean is it a health food? No, it's not a health food at all. It's never, vegan meat's not designed to be a health food. It's designed to just give you something that's tasty. Is it healthier than meat, like animal meat? Yeah, I would say so. I think most of the things I've read, studies I've read, have pretty much proven that it's healthier to eat than actual animal flesh. And also, the most importantly, though, is it doesn't require you to stab an animal in the throat, right? So I mean, that's a pretty huge benefit of vegan meat. So
Well,
go ahead, yeah.
well, inside of like vegan meat, I've seen like a YouTuber did a video on like the inside. He went inside a building of like I think it was Impossible Foods. I think.
Okay.
Or was it Beyond Meat? I forgot, but like he mentioned that there were definitely a bunch of vegetables like beans inside of vegan meat. So,
Yeah.
like for example, I've seen beets, some are tomatoes, some are apples.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
It
don't,
depends.
so I
Yeah.
don't think it's too bad.
Yeah. It depends. It depends. Like if you talk when you say vegan meat, I mean Beyond Meat and Impossible Meat and stuff like that. That's like it's not built to be healthy. But if you mean vegan meat as in meat that's made from say oats, for example, which you can get in Finland quite a lot. They make
That's a
vegan
thing?
meats from oats. Yeah. It's really good as well. I don't know how the hell they do it, to be honest, but it's good. Again, though, it's not the healthiest because it's heavily processed, so it's going to have lots of salts and spices and maybe sugar in it as well. So it's not like it's a health food, but again, it is definitely healthier than eating a slab of dead animal, right? And also, like one more time, the most important difference is that it didn't require an animal to be stabbed in a slaughterhouse. I think that's the major difference, to be honest.
Are
And
you sure that the company who makes vegan meat from oats isn't using dark magic to make them?
I don't know, man, because it's in Finland, so they've got like a bit of a history of like occult and dark magic and things like that. Lots of people like Finland because of the black metal scene. So maybe they're using some kind of magic to turn oats into vegan meat. It's a good.
Like,
It's
but
possible.
you make vegan meat. Like I've seen people make meat from soybeans, coconut oil, as I said, beets, tomatoes, apples, and other stuff. But
Mhm.
oats,
Yeah, oats, man.
Who
Yeah.
said oats?
Yeah.
Who said oats was an ingredient?
Hey, it's good. It's good, you know. I was impressed with it. I couldn't believe they would, because they grow oats in Finland, right? So they've got loads of them. So why not try and use them to make vegan meat? Someone cracked it, and now they're a millionaire. So good for them, right? With oats, one of the cheapest foods in Finland, they managed to actually make something like that. But the brands you mentioned, by the way, you were asking about brands. It depends on where you live. I mean, where are you based?
I'm in the U.S., like in Florida.
So the ones I've never been to the US, but I know people rave about some of the brands there. Like obviously people love Beyond Meat there. I've heard like a lot of people talk about that. There's one called Morningstar Farms. I think they get a pretty good, um, rap. I think a lot of vegans like that. Aside from those two, I don't really know many more, but I know there's a lot of brands there, right? I don't know what the best are. They're just the two most famous, I think, to be honest.
Oh, well, I've heard of brands like Impossible, and then you have Beyond Meat as well.
Yeah.
Those are the brands that I'm really familiar with.
Yeah, those are the biggest. Yeah, they're two like the most famous ones because they're in like Burger King and McDonald's, right? So they got really famous. But like they're not necessarily. They're not necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't eat this kind of thing to be healthy. I'd eat whole foods to be healthy if you're going to be healthy. But either way, if you're going to eat the junk food or you're going to eat the whole food, just leave the animals out of it, right? It's pretty easy to do these days, isn't it? What about you? Are you listed as not a vegan here, by the way? So are you? What's your situation?
I do still eat meat, but I'm eating less, and I'm trying to eat, incorporate more vegetables and greens.
Okay.
Greens specifically, because I I used to really not eat that much greens, and
Right.
I really need to get some fiber. So I'm trying to make more salads and more foods that with more vegetables and fruits. For example, on Friday, a few days ago, I
Right.
made some salsa with like some tomatoes, some bell peppers, some onions, cilantro, and some lemon juice, and it was good. Made some guacamole, which was delicious. Let me tell you, delicious. Best guacamole I've ever made in the dang world, dude.
Cool. That's good.
Restaurants cannot compare.
No, I know. Homemade's always best with guac. I know. I agree. And do you agree with the things you've heard in this server? Like, when I just said there that we shouldn't be stabbing animals in the throat. We shouldn't be stabbing or using animals at all because we don't need to. Do you agree with that?
Well, what I can say is I feel like animals should be treated a bit better. For example, in industries, I've seen a bunch of stuff. For example, chickens and turkeys freaking held by the dang throat, dude.
Right.
Why? What's the point? You're not doing anything by doing that. You don't need to.
Right. Holding them by the throat, right. But I mean, either way, even if they didn't hold them by the throat, they're still gonna chop their head off, right? So what does it matter if they hold them by the throat or if they hold them by the body and give them a cuddle? It's not really, it doesn't make much difference,
if
does
you
it
are
really?
going to, if you're going to hold them, at least be gentle. Like, I mean, I would.
So
Like, I
gently
used to
hold
have
them
chickens.
while slitting their throat. Think about it, man. Think about it for a second. You're saying to gently hold an animal
I'm not
while you
talking
kill
about
them,
like
or
actually killing them at this point. I'm
okay,
talking like
before they kill them.
they are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think
like,
that
if you're
matters
gonna,
when they get to the slaughterhouse? Do you think they remember like, oh well, I was held gently, so now I'm not scared and I don't mind being killed? Or do you think they're like, it doesn't matter when they get to the slaughterhouse, they're all terrified?
well, if they are held gently, I think they would be like they wouldn't really know what's going on. Like they think they would be held gently and treated good, but then they're dead and they're like, "Bro, I trusted you."
Well, that's probably worse, isn't it? Do you not think there's an argument to say it's better if they are mistreated before the slaughterhouse because then they know that they know they're going to be killed versus them
Yeah.
being treated like some loving pet and then all of a sudden they're being thrown to a man with a knife and they're betrayed. I don't know which I'd prefer. I don't know. Would I prefer to be betrayed by someone I think loves me, or would I prefer to be mistreated my whole life and then killed? I mean, it's a tough call. I don't which would be the worse, the
Well,
betrayal or the you know,
well, if I'm
it's
being
brutal.
honest, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, like actually make industries go out of business. I mean, people have been trying like forever and ever, but there's just simply like a lot of meat eaters, and they're like, and they still get the profit. So
Sure.
at least if we cannot get them to stop, killing them, if we
Yeah.
can't do that, at least treat them better before they get killed.
Could I
at
tell you something
least do
interesting?
that.
You might find this really interesting. So, you know, when the transatlantic slave trade was operating, when people started to demand it was abolished, one of the things that was that they suggested as an alternative to abolishing it, they said, "What about if we make the ships bigger so they're more comfortable?" That was literally a real alternative that was being offered up. Say, okay, no, we don't want to stop the whole thing. We want to let's just make them more comfortable. Now, I'm not saying this is the same, but the logic is the same, isn't it? We're doing something
At least it's
disgusting, and
at
you
least
know,
it's a bit of an improvement.
I mean, I don't think it was an improvement for those people on the boats. Just as the same, it's not an improvement for these people, for these animals in the farms. You know, for us, it makes us feel less guilty. Like, okay, well, they got more space. Okay, it's not as bad. But ultimately, they're still gonna be brutally slaughtered for a sandwich. You know,
Oh,
when you think about
here
it.
another. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I am still slightly driven away from vegans, from because of a few people. For example, have you had that vegan teacher before? Pretty sure you know her.
Of course, yeah. Everyone knows
Yeah,
that.
the way she does things is I really think she could do things a bit better.
But what's
And
that got to
because
do?
of it,
Yeah, but okay. So don't watch that vegan teacher's content then. What's that got to do with you paying for
no,
animal abuse or not? Just don't. Okay, you don't like that vegan teacher. Don't watch that vegan teacher. How you know that shouldn't impact your
no, it's
decision
just
to pay for animals to be killed or not, should it?
I mean, like the way she acts, like when
It doesn't
an
matter.
animal product
It
is
doesn't
displayed or
matter.
something is.
It doesn't matter. She's one person. Who cares? You don't like that vegan teacher. There's people I don't like. I don't follow them. I don't watch their videos because I don't like them. It doesn't mean that, you know, okay, for example, if there's an activist who's standing for human rights and I don't like them, that doesn't mean that I'm suddenly against human rights, does it? You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah, I guess.
I just don't like that
Yeah, but-
person. So I'll move on and I'll find somebody who I do like. I'll find somebody who I want to listen to who's talking about the same topic. Or I'll just accept that, okay, this person's right. Because that vegan teacher is right, by the way, even though you might not like what she's saying, how she
Like,
says
I mean,
it.
she is.
She's right.
I mean, she is saying that like you should not like hurt the animals for like taste buds and
Yeah.
other stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's good, but I feel like she could maybe spread the message a bit better. But
Maybe.
the reason why,
Maybe, but
yeah,
hey,
but
hold up for a second. You got to realize something. That vegan teacher, since she started, has reached literally tens of millions of people. So, I mean, if you're talking about spreading a
tens of
message,
millions.
easily tens of millions of people over the entire time that she's been making videos. Easily, I think. Loads and loads of people. One of
Well, I
her,
mean-
simply one of her videos got 1 million. So I mean, you know, it's safe to
Yeah,
say
that's
she's been
true.
on the news. You know, she's
But
reached a lot of
but
people.
here's the thing. But here's the thing. Even if you have 1 million people, do they really care about what she's saying? Because many people,
Ah,
like
that's a good
other
question.
YouTubers,
Well, we're getting
Are
into
they
something
YouTubers?
separate here, but here I'll give you this to think about, and then we'll shift on because this is not about that vegan teacher. But listen, so
Yeah, I
if a vegan, let's say, reaches 5,000 people in a year, and let's say they're really nice and they're gentle and they're really soft and it's all good, you know, there's nothing controversial. Let's say out of those 5,000 people, let's give them a 50%, let's say 2,500 people, they take him or her seriously and they're like, okay, I'll think about this. I'll consider going vegan. We're going to do it, right? And then that vegan teacher, she can be quite dramatic, right? Pretty intense. Like you said, it's not the style that you like. Okay. But she reaches, let's say, 1 million people. Even if she has a 1% success rate, that's still more people than the person who was doing it a nicey. Do you see what I mean? She's
because
reaching
even
more
though-
people, but you're right. Maybe there's a lower rate of people who take her seriously, but at the scale she's reaching people, that's still a lot more than anyone else in the
Yeah,
same
because
world.
I mean, I guess I mean even in those like bunch of people who are not going vegan and kind of make fun of her, there's gonna be maybe these like few people who actually agree with her and actually.
Exactly, but it's not even if it is a few. But when she's reaching like 1 million people, that few is a lot. That 1% of 1 million. Now, you know, then you can argue, well, but what about all the people she's turned off? Blah blah blah. Like if you go to the movie on YouTube, Dominion, and type in that vegan teacher, go and have a look at how many people arrived at that film and went vegan because of her, and it's a lot. So look, either way, this wasn't about that vegan teacher. The point is, a lot of people don't like her. You don't like her. No worries. Don't listen to her then. Don't listen to her content. Don't watch her videos. But
Well, here's
you
the thing.
you've agreed. You agreed though. You agreed with her message that we shouldn't kill animals. We shouldn't abuse animals for taste buds. You agree with that. So why not just go with that and take that and then don't watch any more of her videos and then go and go and agree and stop killing animals for taste buds.
Well, here's the thing. When I actually watched her, she already kind of made an impression on me that vegans were kind of like her. Like, I mean, like they
It doesn't
freaking
matter.
like she
It
like she
doesn't matter.
throws a fit
Look,
whenever they
look, I'm with
like
you.
she
I understand what you're saying, right? You think, oh, all vegans are like that. You don't need to associate with vegans. You don't need to have
I'm not
anything to do with vegans if you don't like vegans. But still,
I'm saying that
yeah,
I'm not saying that all of them are
okay.
like her, but I'm saying like maybe yeah, like a lot of them. That,
It doesn't matter. You
yeah.
don't need to be like them. Being vegan, you don't join a cult or a religion when you go vegan. You just stop paying for animals to be abused. That's it. You can do that and you can live life exactly as you lived it before. You don't need to have friends who are vegan if you don't want. If you've got a thing against vegans, don't worry about it. But the animals don't need to suffer because of your dislike of vegans, right? Do they? That doesn't seem fair. You can just do whatever you want, but just do it. Choose something different in the supermarket. You don't even need to call yourself a bloody vegan. I personally couldn't care less what you call yourself. I care about these animals. That's why I'm trying to sit here and try and convince you to stop paying for them to go into the slaughterhouses that I've personally been in and watched people kill them in. Right? That's why I'm here, because I've seen it, I've been there, and I don't want it to continue. And I hope that you would also not want it to continue, and that you'd stop paying for it, because they won't do it for free.
Okay, yeah, so another thing is I wanted to try vegan meat. However, I'm kind of straying away from trying it because I did hear some like bad things
Yeah.
from soy on some websites. Like it's not very healthy usually from GMO, and I hear that GMO is not really a good thing. So.
Yeah, most GMO, most soy that's grown in the world is fed to animals, not to humans. So if you're worried about soy being grown or how it's grown, then don't eat animal products, because that's where most of it's going. But aside from that, soy, there's some false information about soy giving people like man boobs and things like that, estrogen and stuff like that. There's all this nonsense going around. If that were true, there would be so many trans women smashing the soy to try and get natural boobs. But that's not how it works. Okay, if it works like that, a lot of people would save a lot of money on surgery, wouldn't they? But that's not the case. So don't worry about that. That's not the truth. It's bullshit. And yeah, that's one of the main rumors I've heard. Aside from that, yeah, the most soy is grown to feed animals. So if you've got a problem with the deforestation from soy being grown and the damage to the environment, then cut the animal products out.
I'm not worried about deforestation from soy products.
Should be a little. You should be. It's pretty intense. But anyway, go on.
No,
sorry, tell me.
I'm just worried about like the deforestation in general.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
necessarily because of soy. I mean,
Sure.
if you're cutting down forests, that means that less animals have a home, and and most likely, like they're gonna be overrun by cities and towns and other stuff, and suddenly those animals don't really have a place to go.
Yeah, that's true. And the most deforestation is taking place from animal agriculture. They cut down the trees to put animals on the land. They cut down the trees to grow food for the animals. Most deforestation is not happening for human edible plant food. That's not how it works.
Like I've seen, like you have a certain amount of land for plants that we do eat, and then we have another sector of land for the food to to supply the animals. Like because here's the thing, the land that it takes to supply the animals with food is bigger than the amount of land that we eat, like the plants that we eat.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 1.5, maybe 2 freaking times bigger.
So you already know this. There's another reason to bloody eat plant-based, mate, isn't it? There's many reasons. We've gone through the most important ones already. So what's holding you back from going that you don't, obviously I know why you got a thing, you're worried about being associated with vegans or whatever. But aside from that, like what is actually stopping you from putting the animals first? And you don't need to call yourself a vegan, but what's stopping you from actually taking those violent products out of your life completely?
A couple reasons. Maybe like the majority, like the biggest one is sometime I do want to become a YouTuber, but I don't want people to hate me because people have established like a reputation for vegans as being like these crazy people, and I don't want
so don't be a vegan YouTuber. Talk about something else. You'd have to
I'm
have
not
just
being a vegan YouTuber. I'm not being a vegan YouTuber. I want to be like something else. But I'm saying
okay.
that I don't want people to still think of me as crazy because I'm a vegan.
Right. Okay. I mean, a lot of people thought that women's rights activists were crazy for trying to get women the right to vote. You know, it isn't. But at the end of the day, some people fought for that, and some people voted privately. You know, there are activists and there are people who quietly do the right thing. Right now, you're putting the animals in these places. You don't need to be vocal about it. If you stop doing that, you can do it. You can do the right thing quietly. You don't need to go and be an activist and tell the world you're vegan. Although it would be good, it's not a necessary thing. All that's being asked of you here is to do the basic minimum of, okay, you don't want to shout about it, you don't want to tell everyone, no worries, but the animals don't need to pay for that, do they? You can change your life without putting yourself out there as some kind of activist or something that's not necessary.
Oh, okay. I'm almost done. Just like 2 more questions.
All right.
Um, so have you had a Tash Peterson before?
Yeah.
Do
Of course.
you like? There was this one time where she stormed into a freaking KFC and
Yeah.
poured blood all over the floor,
Yeah.
held up a megaphone where she like screamed at literally everyone inside the dang building.
Yes.
Do you agree with that or not?
Do you know why she did that?
Because KFC was abusing the animals, like
That's
killing all
true.
the chickens.
That's true. But do you know the history behind why people do that kind of activity? Do you think it's just like angry, that they're angry and they're just screaming, or do you think
No.
there's some logic behind it?
No, I think what my idea of what they're trying to do, what I think,
Yeah.
is that they want to try and get people to leave the place.
Okay, yeah. That's what it looks like, that, right? But it's actually
Because I
not.
feel like
Believe it
I
or not. Yeah, go ahead.
because I feel like I don't know, disagree or agree with me. I don't know, I might
Go
be
ahead.
wrong, but I feel like what's going on is that like they're trying to be as annoying as humanly possible in order for the people to leave the dang building.
Okay. So that's actually not the goal of it, but yeah, I can understand why it looks like that.
Yeah, because
So
she's screaming all over the
I
place. She
know,
had
I know.
animals playing on the megaphone. It's
Yep.
annoying.
Of
People
all
don't
I
want
know
to
it's
be in
annoying.
that
Yeah,
place
people
like
get very uncomfortable, but there's a reason for this. So I'll explain where it comes from. So it comes from the civil rights movement in America, where you are. I don't know if you got taught this in school, right? About the sit-ins and the protests, right? I've heard you got taught about you should anyway. I don't know. I'll explain it just in case anyone else hasn't heard about this. So basically, civil rights activists were going places where they weren't allowed to go in. There was segregation laws. So there was like lunch canteens where black people were not allowed to sit and eat lunch by law just because they were black. And this was for a long time. So what these activists decided to do, they went in and they sat down and they refused to leave. And the idea behind that was to disrupt the peace in there, right? It's called negative peace because it's not real peace. It's the illusion of peace. Because in these places, like all the white people would sit down and have a nice meal, they're having a great time, smiling, laughing. But it was all causing harm to black people who were being told, you can't come in here because of the color of your skin. So it's peace on the back of racism. So it was wrong. It was not real peace. So they did that to cause a disruption, to make everybody uncomfortable and bring that to the table. Like everybody can't ignore it anymore. You can't sit there and eat your meal anymore and ignore it. You have to face the fact that these black people are sitting here and they shouldn't be sitting here, and there is racism, right? So when Tash Peterson goes into KFC, everyone sat around eating the chicken, thinking, "Oh, this is all good. This is great. We're all nice and having a good time." She goes in with a megaphone, pours blood everywhere, starts screaming on a megaphone. All of a sudden, all these people have to face the fact that what they're eating came from stabbing chickens in the throat. That is why they do it, because it brings the negative piece to the table. It brings the violence up.
But the thing is that the people in the building just really don't care. Like they will
Oh,
leave
they
the
do.
building.
Oh, they do. Trust me, they do. They do. Trust me, they do. They really do care. You should see. Look, zoom in on the reactions of people. They feel terrible. They're annoyed. Yes, of course they're annoyed, but they're also guilty as fuck in those situations. They feel bad, and some people will shout and scream and storm out. Some people will sit there feeling very, very guilty, and most. And the point is though, just 1 second. The point is though, every single person in there, at one point, was eating dead animals and feeling good about themselves, and now every single person in there, all of a sudden, is thinking about the animals, the actual animal that they were eating, not just the meat. That's the point.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I say that they probably just don't care was because like a couple, maybe was it a couple or a few weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, the first time I saw the video of Tash doing that,
Yeah.
I was like, but who the fuck is this crazy person? But get the fuck out of KFC. That was my first impression
Yeah. Yeah.
of that was my first impression of
Sure, but now you
the
understand
video.
a bit more about it, and now you've talked to a few more vegans, you can probably understand a bit more where she's coming from. And again, remember, if you don't like Tash Peterson, you don't like that vegan teacher, don't watch their videos, don't follow them. It's that simple. Doesn't mean
Oh.
that it's not an excuse to keep on paying people to stab animals, right?
Well, here's the thing.
can, yeah.
You know when you feel like somebody's like what somebody's saying is just so dumb that you just keep on watching it because you think it's funny. That's kind of what's going on.
I get that a lot in these Discord conversations, to be honest with you. Sometimes people are talking to me and not you, but for the record, but sometimes people are saying really, really dumb shit. And yeah, you kind of sit and listen. But these people you're talking about, you agree with what they're saying. So it's not like you're watching because you think it's dumb. You agree with what that vegan teacher said about not killing animals for your taste buds. And you agree with Tash Peterson when she says the chickens were slaughtered and it's completely unnecessary to stab
what I
chickens in the
do-
throat. You agree
what
with
I-
that. So
Well, here's the thing. I'm still kind of mixed about the killing animals thing, but what I can agree with is that they shouldn't be treated like this.
what are you mixed about killing animals? What's the conflict here?
I really don't know, to be honest. I kind of grew up with the mentality that like being like a butcher where you can kill the animals and then you sell the meat was like okay, and yeah, that's kind of what's going on.
Right. So your position is that if you're stronger than an animal, then you have the right to pin them down and kill them.
And I'm not saying that if you're stronger than an animal, like some animals can even be stronger than humans.
No, but I mean, as in, okay, smarter, stronger. You are superior to them in terms of strength and intelligence, which is why you can dominate them and kill them. So if you are, if you own those properties, then you have the right to pin them down and kill them because you want to eat them. Is that your position? Is that what you think?
Not necessarily because of intelligence and strength and other things. I don't really think about that.
Right, but that's kind of what you just said. You said if I grew up thinking that butchering animals to killing them and eating them is fine. So I'm trying to understand why you think it's fine, because you are stronger. You are, in terms of your mental strength, in terms of your ability to problem solve and all these things, you are superior to most animals, and that's every animal basically. That's why you can go out and pretty much kill any of them relatively easily, because you can study and learn how to do it very quickly. So when you're killing them, or when you're paying people to kill them, you're abusing their weaknesses for burgers. You're taking animals that can't defend themselves, using your superior abilities and saying, I'm going to kill you just because I can, not because I need to. Does that sound fair to you? Is that a fair thing to do to another animal? So you're breaking up quite a lot there. We lost you for a minute. Yeah, your connection's really. Is it my connection or is it his connection? Our connection seems fine. It's really, really bad. I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, really?
Sorry. Okay, we've got you again. Yeah. It completely cut out for some time there. Try.
Oh.
Yeah, for quite a lot of your conversation was gone then.
Oh, yeah, I could hear you perfectly fine though.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right. So when I was younger, I used to have chickens. Like
Right.
I would have a chicken coop in my backyard. Like we had an acre backyard. I had an acre backyard in there. My dad built a chicken coop. We don't have that anymore. We're in the city right now, but we had a chicken coop, and we had like how many chickens? 6, 7 chickens or something. They were allowed to roam on the property. We had like a lot of space, so they could go anywhere. They could poop wherever they want. We had to clean up the dang poop.
Sure.
But they could go anywhere. They had inside the chicken coop. They had a nice little home and stuff.
Okay.
So I don't remember the breed, but I don't think that matters.
Sure.
But what happened? Like the breed we had was like some of a brownish kind of color.
Okay.
But what we would do is that they lay eggs and we could take the egg. I know that people say that you should not steal eggs from chickens, but to be honest, I don't really think what's going on is stealing, because I mean, what are they gonna do with that eggs? And plus, they don't really do anything when I take the eggs. Like if I touch it, they stay in place. I have my hand on the egg, they don't care, so I can just take them, and they don't really care at all.
Right. So you're asking me what I think about that? Is that the question?
Yeah, and the other thing is that they're not even fertilized as well.
No.
Like we didn't have a rooster, because if it was fertilized, I'd be like, oh no, that's their
Yeah.
babies. Like give it to them. But
So
if they're unfertilized, I mean,
yeah,
what are they gonna
sure.
do?
Yeah, sure. I get you. First things first, you bought those chickens from a breeder who was breeding chickens to sell them for that purpose, right? So
Yeah, we got
that's the go on, sorry.
We got them at a Tractor Supply, and what
Right, yeah.
happened is that we had kind of a little bucket, like a big little I guess, I don't know, is it like a bucket? It's kind of like a just big bucket.
Okay.
And in there was a bunch of chicks. However, I feel like they were a little bit too crowded now that I think about it.
It's
when
not
I'm
about them being
older.
look. So those chicks came from a breeder, as in somebody who's breeding
Yeah.
animals and selling them off as property to other people. In this case, it was you
Yeah.
guys. So that's the first wrong thing to do. Like breeding animals to selling them off as for like pets, or selling them off as food or whatever. That's the first big no. They're not property. They're not things to be bought and sold. So that's like the first thing that's fucked up. Second thing, you took them into the home and you got them there. These chickens you had, they're domesticated chickens, right? Which means they're not free chickens. They've never been in the wild, which means that these are probably the ones. Well, no, they would be the ones that have been massively manipulated by humans over years and years and years. They produce far too many eggs for their bodies. So chickens in the wild would have like 12 to 14 eggs a year. The chickens in your garden probably had around 30, 50 or more in a year, which puts an insane amount of stress on their bodies, which makes their lives shorter, and usually they have more health problems because of it. So the problem with what you set up there is that your job when you've got chickens in your care to keep them super healthy is to try to limit as much as possible the amount of eggs that they're laying, and you can do that by leaving the eggs with them as long as possible. Or you can also, some people put fake eggs with them so that they don't instinctively lay as many eggs. And you can smash the egg and grind it up and feed it back to them so they get some of the nutrients they lost by laying the egg. So these are all things that you would do to help chickens rather than trying to profit from them and benefit from them by taking their eggs when you don't need to eat them. But honestly, in the grand scale of things, this situation is it's not ideal, but it's definitely not the main point I want to talk to you about. The main point I want to talk to you about is funding the mass animal agriculture and meat industry, the egg industry, the dairy industry. Backyard eggs is a real side point that a lot of people get sidetracked on. It's important, but it's definitely not the major issue we need to get to the bottom of. This is the major issue we need to get to the bottom of is to stop paying these massive industries and stop paying anyone in this industry to keep on abusing animals. And what I'm trying to get to the bottom of with you is what is actually stopping you from making that switch and just changing what you buy at the supermarket. You seem to care about animals. You're not a selfish piece of shit like so many other people are.
Animal agriculture is based on unicorn and violence. You can't be a feminist and pay for unicorn. Whose ovaries made the eggs you eat? Whose breast made the milk you drink? Whose womb bore the baby who got taken and killed? My body, my rights. What about her?
Here.
So we completely lost a lot of you then. A lot of your conversation. So I don't know. Are you still there now? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Yeah. So
It's really, really breaking up. Is it him or me again? I'm clear. Got a lot of crackles. Hello.
You mean by like selfish
Okay,
piece of shit?
you're
like
back now.
passing
Sorry.
you a piece-
Hold up. Sorry, I didn't miss the beginning of that. So you're gonna have to start again because it completely cut out most of what you said.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry about that, mate.
So do you mean like a selfish?
It's complete. Every time you start talking, it cuts it out again. Okay, what I got? Do you mean selfish piece of shit? And then it cut out. That's all I'm hearing. Oh, it's completely fucked. I'm sorry, buddy. It's completely fucked. I'm probably gonna have to like move on because it's you know, people. There's a lot of people waiting, and there's people watching in the YouTube, and I can't hear what you're saying at all. Try one more time. See if we can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you
right now.
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right, give it a try one last time. It just cuts out every time. All right, I'm sorry, mate. I'm gonna have to move on. It completely cut you up again. But hey, try and come back later, and we can see if we can jump back into this. Maybe like restart Discord, restart your router, or something like that, and we'll give it a go again later. All right. All right. Can't respond. Sorry about that, mate. That's a shame because it wasn't a bad conversation, but. And also, thank you to Love All Animals for the super chat. Sorry for the Streamlabs donation. And I'm sorry I didn't respond to it. I've turned off the voice to text because that's really distracting. I should have text to voice. I should have realized that. But yeah, I can't read that. I can't read it out because of the word. I think YouTube will jump on me for that. But animal agriculture is based on R and violence. You can't be a feminist and pay for R. Whose ovaries made the eggs you eat? Whose breast made the milk you drink? Whose womb bore the baby you got taken and who got taken and killed? My body, my rights. What about hers? Totally agree. Love all animals, and thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. All right, we'll see who's up next. We've got a new member apparently here called PM Luke. I don't know if this person's vegan, not vegan. Not sure. Let's have a see. Oh no, they changed the name to Alvin now. It's like Alvin the Chipmunk as the profile pic. Coming in? Oh no, they bailed out. Oh well. I'll tell you who we will bring in. We're going to bring in Oscar, who actually joined my Discord today and wanted to have a chat. So let's have a see. Hello, Oscar. I can't hear you right now. Oh, maybe you're there now. Hello? No, I can't. It's really, really distorted. It sounds like maybe you just switched your mic, and maybe Discord sometimes like fucks up when you switch the mic. Maybe you have to restart Discord and try again. It's like really robotic. So maybe just like restart the app and try come back in again, and I'll wait for you. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, maybe it's okay now. I heard you this time. Yep. Can you hear me right now? It's like really weird. What's going on? It's not our connection, is it? No. Sorry, Oscar. There's something going on with your Discord, mate. Try and maybe restart Discord or figure out maybe the connection's messed up. I'm not sure what's going on. It's not working very well right now. Sorry, dude. I'll keep an eye out for you, and if you can sort that out, we'll go again. All right. What a shame. I wanted to talk to that guy. All right then. Next person's called. We've got someone called Family. It's interesting. Hello. Okay. Hello. Oh my god, what is going on? Is it my Discord? It seems like it's all fucking up. Like everyone's connections are bad, or it's just me, or like, what the hell? I'm gonna restart Discord. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Discord. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's going on. Because you guys can hear me loud and clear, right? All right, let's just restart Discord to see. Oh wait, let's shut off the fucking Wi-Fi. That could be causing it. Okay. Imagine if it was my connection the whole time and I'm just like telling all these guys like, hey, go fix your fucking, go restart your router, guys. I sat here all superior like, it's definitely not my connection. And it was me all along. All right, let's get back in the stage. All right. Hello, family? Oh, no. Wait, I need to jump back in. Become a speaker. I'm back. All right, is it even? What the fuck? Hey. Discord, what the fuck is going on here, man? Hello? It's not like, it's really not working. I don't know what's happening right now. I can't hear anyone in Discord right now. I've checked the settings, yeah. What the fuck? One? Hello? No, it's not working. Oh. Okay, now it's working. It's working all of a sudden. Okay, great. I can hear now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know what the hell's going on with my Discord right now. It's still like all crackling up on the other people. Is it? One second. Sorry about this, family. Just give me a second. I'm gonna try and figure out something else. If it's me or if it's you guys, just get someone else to come in and test it. Someone I could hear earlier. Oh, it's so fucked up. Oh, it's so messed up. Yeah.
Hear about it.
Haz, can you
my life story?
Can you
Yeah, David, I can hear you. That's fine.
Okay, Dantas, can you talk? I can't hear anything from Dan. I can't hear anything at all from you. What is going on? Haz, can you try talking a little bit more just to see if it's like my connection or something's wrong with my side? Yeah, it's okay. It's my side. There's something wrong over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, it's on my side. I have no idea what it is, guys. I'll try and fix it. I don't know. It's like my connection's just like completely cutting. Like Discord's telling me the voice connection's all fucked up. I don't know why.
What a shame.
Yeah. Unplug your headphones and mic, then restart your Discord. Someone's saying. All right, hold up, guys. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I'll try this out. Let's just like shut everything down and like restart everything and see what happens. All right, mic's coming out for a second. Okay, don't panic. You won't be able to hear me for a minute. All right, are we back up now? Yeah, okay. You guys should be able to hear me again right now. I'm just going to try and completely shut down Discord. Like, if there's anything, I'm just going to check there's a no process is running. It looks like it's all down. All right, now let's try and start it again. Oh, thank you for the donation. You meat eaters are a pack of Malacas. Damn you all to hell, you smart. Oh my God. Jam it. Jesus, bro. I can't say that live. I mean, I said it in one video and they absolutely smashed me for it. So I can't say that anymore. They were like, no, your video is being limited because of you saying the big C word. But thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Oh, apparently it's a Discord thing. Multiple people from Europe are having issues. Okay, good. So it's not just a me thing. Right. We can check again, but become a speaker. Yeah, there's something going on. It's definitely a Discord thing. Well, that sucks, guys. Looks like we're gonna have to call it a day. Like it's a complete shutdown on this Discord's problem. It's not me. All right. God damn. All right. So as that's not going ahead anymore, we can't do any more interviews. What am I talking about? We can't do any more debates right now. The entire Europe is having a nightmare. We'll do some YouTube reactions or something. Oh shit. So yeah. All right. Fuck it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I mean, it is what it is. Discord let us down. See, I thought, all this time, I thought it was my internet that was going to let us down. The internet's been having a lot of problems recently here. And I was thinking, oh, we're going to get screwed. So we called the bloody people today, or the landlord did, came down, fixed it. All the internet's great. But no, Discord wants to go and shit a brick. Perfect. Thanks, Discord. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate it.
1 hour?
We did an hour. We got an hour before Discord fucked us. We talked to 2 people. 2 whole people, guys. We did a good job, right? So I actually planned for this. Guys, so it's okay. And I planned that we could do some YouTube reactions. We're going to react to me reacting to... No, not really. That was just a test. But we can go watch something. So do you guys have something you want me to go and take a look at? Because we can do it. We can totally do it. Actually, I don't want you guys seeing my... I don't want you guys seeing my stuff, actually. My my YouTube... what I watch on YouTube is private, okay? You can't see that shit. There's exposing things on here. I watch things about cameras and movies like Spider-Man. I don't want you knowing about that shit. Oh, we could take a look. I had an idea of something to react to. I was going to react to this Jubilee video, but then again, they might... Oh, no, they'll copyright me. Because Jubilee does copyright shit. I need to make that separately. Jubilee just did another video about, like six meat eaters, one vegan, that kind of thing. If you guys know a video that won't get me copyright striked, then just tell me what to do. We'll check it out. We'll do something. We'll go watch it. Let's take a look. I'm on the spot now, guys. I don't know what the fuck to give you. Hey, but I'm happy that you're all hanging out here with me and chilling for a little bit anyway, even though there's not much going on right now. Legends. The legends that are you guys, the subscribers, the heroes, the true heroes of the day. React to Ethan Leeds' vegan diet claims 100% proven false. Simon. I've actually got... No, I don't need to do that. I would consider it, but I'm not going to do it because I've already made a video, not responding to him, but I've made a video ripping the shit out of him, like absolutely devastated him. I'm really excited for it. Thank you, DJ Lernal, for the tip. Appreciate that. His connection is good in Holland. Well, good to know. It's not good in Greece, unfortunately. Love All Animals tipped again. Said thank you so much. It says, all animals are the real victims on this earth. They didn't declare war. They don't have weapons. They don't want to destroy humans or impose religion. Their only crime is that they exist. You're 100% correct. It is a fucking disgrace what we do to them. What we do to animals, we wouldn't do to our worst enemies. We wouldn't do to we give more respect to serial killers than we do to the animals in terms of how we treat them. It's an absolute disgrace, isn't it? Absolute disgrace. Sick world that we're in, guys. But hey, we're doing our best, aren't we? We're doing our best to try and do something about it. Yeah, it looks like the stage is still going, but let's see if I can hear it or not. No, the stage is still going, but I can't hear shit. Looks like it's all fucked up over there on Discord, guys. I really want to continue that. I was getting into it, you know. I was getting into it. It's been a bit of a tiring couple of days in terms... I've been doing a lot of outreach, guys. I've been out on the streets. So I'll tell you what's been happening. So yesterday, wow, it feels like longer than that. Yesterday we were out in the streets we were promoting cat meat. We had a sign that was like local Greek stray cat meat, and we had some like pieces of soy meat on the table, and we were like telling people it's cat meat. So that was really good. And then today, the same day, oh my God. Later on in the same day, I need to get, guys, I'm low on B12. Later on in the same day, we went out and did some outreach with Liber Animal, which are a great group out here, kind of like AV kind of thing, just outreaching people. So we got lots of videos from that, which is brilliant. React to Richard Dawkins' vegan stance. All right, let's take a look at Richard Dawkins' vegan stance. I think I've said it before, but we can go take a look. Richard Dawkins, vegan. What do we got here? Richard Dawkins on veganism. This is Cosmic Clips, Cosmic Skeptic clip. Is it, which one? Is it maybe this one where he talks about it here? Or the Humane Hancock one? Maybe this one. Richard, no civilized person accepts slavery, so why do we accept animal cruelty? Which one's the... I think this is the one. Let's have a look. This looks like it's the one.
Is a vegan lifestyle morally superior?
I have to confess, I'm not a vegan. I have to confess that I think it is morally superior. I think that we live in a speciesist society, all of us do. We regard humans as being ultra special, such that cannibalism, for example, is an absolute total no-no. And yet if you think about the fact that we are all evolved beings, we are cousins of all living creatures. If by any chance the intermediates between humans and other species were all living still, which they just happen to be extinct if they weren't, we would then have to decide, does this one count as human, or does this one count as human? Can we eat that one? Or is that one too human to be eaten? As it happens, we don't have to face that dilemma because the intermediates are all extinct, and therefore we can be speciesist. Have you come across this word? It's analogous to...
Sorry, I know Love All Animals is asking for the captions, but these captions are really not helpful at all. they're so wrong. Like, every single one of them is completely wrong. I'm sorry about that.
Racist. When you think about something like the raging debate about abortion, and people really very...
We can't get into these bloody topics on a live stream. Okay, he's done it now. Let's just keep going.
The collar about killing a tiny, few cells human embryo because it's human.
I see we've got a tip. Thank you so much. I'll put the tip thing on. I don't know why it came off. There we go. Oh no, moving the background. Hold up, guys. Let's just lock that down. Just doing some movement over here. So yes, thank you to Misty Orr. And the tip says, the comment says, please react to this. Would love to know your take. Okay, I'll get to that. We'll check this out first. All right, we'll come back to it. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the tip. Thank you for that.
Whereas this tiny little human embryo is far less capable of feeling pain or feeling fear or feeling hurt than certainly than an adult pig or cow. And there's virtually no difference between a human embryo and a cow embryo or a pig embryo. So our morality is very, very strongly shot through with speciesism.
That's an incredibly... All of his points here have been fantastic. That's such a good point how, yeah, people will fight tooth and nail for the rights of an embryo which will have the capacity to feel all variations of pain and suffering and happiness, and of course will have that, but at this present time doesn't have that. But the same individuals turn a blind eye to the animals that are here right now that feel all of those things right here, right now. It's a massive hypocrisy, and he's right. That is speciesism, and it's incredible that he sounds like an academic vegan, but he's not a vegan. But I've heard him in other interviews where he says, "I'm a hypocrite," and that's no excuse. Oh, I'm a hypocrite, so yeah, fuck it. It's so cowardly. Like he knows what he's saying here is 100% correct, but he won't act on it. Imagine all these people throughout history who. If people did that all the way throughout history, can you imagine what life would be like right now? Like, can you imagine here in Europe, like what kind of situation would we be in here in Europe if people saw things that were happening and said, that's wrong, and then said, but I'm not going to do anything about it? Not to be like too dramatic here, but I'm pretty sure we'd all be speaking some form of German. If that here in Europe, if everyone saw what was happening and said, well, we don't like what's going on in Germany, but hey, in Poland and, pretty much and what they're doing, but we're not going to go and try and stop it because, theoretically, I agree with the people who are against what's happening, but I'm not, no, I'm selfish. I'm a hypocrite. I'm selfish. So be it. So be it. It's pretty crazy. If everyone thought like that, just imagine the situation. That's just one example of the situation we could have ended up in because of people like that, people like Richard who intellectually know that what is right and wrong, but don't act on it. Can you just imagine? There's so many examples. Can you just imagine the world we'd be in?
I think my own moral position would probably be that whatever else we do, we want to reduce pain and fear. And so what I would like to see would be very, very stringent controls over farming and over slaughterhouses.
Richard, what are you talking about? How can you go from saying, this is the reason these things happen to, why do we give more moral consideration to cells than living, breathing, feeling animals? And then he goes, we need to make more stringent. And so I hope he's going to conclude with something like, better than just, oh, we just need to make more stringent rules for people who slit animals' throats. Come on, dude.
So that if we do go on eating animals, they should be treated kindly until the moment of death.
Oh, Richard. Are you fucking serious? Treat them kindly until the moment of death. We've already been through this. It's actually probably less kind to treat them kind until the moment of death, because then the moment of death comes and the betrayal hits. Like, do you think the farmer holds their hoof all the way up until the slaughterhouse and just strokes them as someone shoots them in their head and slits the throat? Come on, man. No, the farmer, even if the farmer treats them well, if the farmer gives them a beautiful life, they betray the shit out of them, handing them over to some fucking transport driver who doesn't give a fuck about them, who just wants to get them there in a state where they'll still make him some money, who passes them off to someone else who doesn't give a fuck about them, who just wants to keep them in a state that makes him some money. It's the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal, mate. It's phenomenal.
Which is not the case at the moment. They are not treated kindly, either in farms or in slaughterhouses. I think, ideally, I would like to see in the future a world in which we are all vegetarian. But as long as we're not, then I think what we should be doing is making sure that animals are treated kindly.
I would like to be in a world where we're all vegetarian, but as long as we're not. Dude, what? You are the reason that this is still happening to them, because you are not vegan. Like, if you would like to see that world, you fucking live that life. It's a cliche, isn't it? It's the Bob Marley cliche. Was it Bob Marley, be the change you want to see in the world? Like, it's a cliche, but dude, this is one of the most practical ways you can be the change you want to see in the world. We all want to end world hunger. That's quite difficult to do in your daily life. We all want to stop suffering of humans. We all want to stop trafficking. We don't want any of this shit. But your daily life is not enabling that to continue. Like, you're not like making it happen. But if you sit there and say, hey, animals, they go through hell. I think it's wrong. We're speciesists. For some reason, we put humans above them, even humans that aren't even formed yet. And that's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. And we should change that. Then fucking change it, Richard. Jesus. Go change what you buy at the bloody shops. Like, you're in England, of all places, as well. Like, not that, like, there's not many places in the world where it's like impossible to live and eat a plant-based diet, right? But England is definitely one of the top 3 in the world where it is so fucking easy. So it's not even like, it's just mind-boggling, the things that he's saying and that he refuses to actually act on. The severity of the points he makes is so severe. What he's saying, it's so inspirational, yet he can't inspire himself to do what he's saying, to practice what he's preaching. Come on, dude. Richard Dawkins. And I like Richard Dawkins, but holy shit, that I'd never seen that whole thing. I just seen him saying he feels he's a hypocrite. I'd never actually seen him say that shit, like go into that much detail. Like, wow. Why is it okay? I need to get the I'm so buzzed right now. I'm pumped after that. I'm not in a good way. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, let me just figure this out. I need to get this I need to try and figure out how to get this link off the comment that somebody just made so we can go check it out. So hold up. It should be in the dashboard, recent events. All right. I don't know what this. I hope you're not gonna rickroll me right now. If you rickroll me, I'll be upset. All right. Just putting that out there. I hope it's nothing nasty or rickrolly. Let's see. Oh my god, why does it keep loading Discord? Hold up. It's not okay. That's just the same fucking. Hold up. Something's going a bit funky here. Okay. I've got the video. All right, it's not.
Everyone.
I'm not getting
I'd like to do
rickrolled.
something a bit different.
Shush. Okay, here we go.
Hi.
Why vegan? Reimagining the RSPCA's approach. That is a 10-minute long video. You give me a 10-minute long video. What's up here? What's happening there? Alert box. Come back down, alert box. Artemis is super chatted. 279. Thank you so much, Artemis. Really appreciate that. You're a legend. You're an absolute legend. Miss Dior, you give me a 10-bloody-minute RSPCA vegan video. What is this? When was this out? All right, I'll tell you what. I'll watch a bit of it. But if it's not entertaining, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to skip it. All right. We're here for We're here for entertainment, all right? We're here for try. It's got to be entertaining. It's got to be spicy. There's got to be something about it, okay? For us to stick with it, because you know we've got short attention spans here. I've got a very short attention span, so let's kick it. Let's kick it off.
Everyone,
What
today
is
I'd
it?
like to do something a bit different in that I'd like to address the RSPCA's responses more directly. Currently, it's been a little over 2 months since the petition calling for the RSPCA to start combating animal agriculture and start promoting veganism instead was first launched. In that time, we've seen the number of people that have signed the petition rise to well over 3,500, yet we've had hardly a response from the RSPCA at all. In fact, aside from the email I received just a few days after first contacting them, they failed to reach out to me again or reply to any further emails. What's actually becoming increasingly common is for them just to direct any criticism they receive to a particular webpage. So I thought we'd take a look at this webpage together today. Now here it is, 5 small pages in total. This is their response to vegans like myself. Why not vegetarian or vegan? So let's see if it holds up. First, we're shown these poster-like images, 6 of them in total, and what's immediately apparent is the use of cartoon animals rather than images of real animals, very typical of the meat, egg and dairy industries. Now this first image, I really don't have much to say on it. It seems perfect to me. RSPCA, perhaps rather than create caricatures of the people you're calling out, you should instead listen to what they have to say. The fact that you yourself have written that it's an increasing number of people who are upset with your failures to protect farm animals is a sign that it's an area you need to work on. The RSPCA was set up to protect animals, not encourage people to eat them. It's hypocritical for the RSPCA to condone animal farming. They should be campaigning for veganism. These are valid arguments. Now for the rest of their images, what I've done is imagined what would have been better for the RSPCA to produce instead.
All right, I'm sorry guys. This is interesting, but I don't think it's for a live stream reaction. All right, I'm interested in actually watching this myself and maybe doing my own response to the RSPCA's approach. But I think this would be more of like something I would watch in my own time. I don't feel it's like live stream material. All right, I'm gonna put it out there. But thank you so much for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. RSPCA is a fucking joke. We know that. We know they're bullshit. And for anyone that wants to go check out this video, it's made by RSPCA Vegan. I will be watching it. Like I said, I appreciate the suggestion. Thank you, Misty. I will watch it in my own time, and I'll get a grip on that. And I might make a response video to it myself. Not to this video, but to the RSPCA's bullshit. I think it's an interesting topic I've not delved into yet. But as I said, I'm not feeling like a live stream reaction. All right, I just don't think it's the kind of thing we want to get into today. We want something a bit spicy, don't we? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like I think we got to stick to spiciness for live streams, because otherwise, you know, we just don't want to flatten it out. I want to keep things going. So guys, give me something spicy. All right, give me something that you think is gonna rile me up a little bit, because that's what I'm feeling like. I'm a bit sleepy. Been a long day. Been a long weekend, so I need something that's gonna get my blood flowing, like Richard Dawkins being a little hypocrite, or you know. Guys, I'm not gonna listen to no vegan rap. All right, I'm sorry. I appreciate the suggestion, but it's not the kind of thing I'm after. Give me something spicy. Something like the Richard Dawkins video. Something we can take apart, you know? Like I did 10 hours of that ex-vegan stuff. Did that look difficult? It wasn't difficult. Well, okay. I lost brain cells, but it wasn't difficult because it was interesting. There was things to respond to. There was things to, you know, get into, fight back against. I want something like that, a little bit like that, you know? Can you do the vegan soldier a shout out? Oh, I just did, didn't I? The vegan soldier a shout out. There you go. There you go. Do an interview with viral vegans. Ha. Well, we just set one up. That's coming. Don't worry. That's coming. One step ahead of you. Alice. I'm on it. Anything about carnivores complaining about veganism always makes me laugh. Yeah, we can say what we'll do. Let's just go for straight up like vegan. Let's just search vegan and go by upload date and just see if there's anything there we can check out, right? So here we go. I'll include you in this. Oh my God, that's not the screen I wanted to show you. All right, vegan, and we'll go by upload date, and let's just see if there's anything spicy in here. Oh, we've got a fan of the channel, this moron. If you want to check out the video with him, that's on the channel. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called with the vegan vacancy guy? What was the video called? The interview. It's the guy. He's the guy who won't come on, won't show his face, and chatted shit and for like a good couple of hours. We're not going to watch his video because he's a total goon. Nothing really interesting here. This guy's cool, by the way. I'm a subscriber of this guy. This What's Good Berto. You should check him out. I think he's mainly doing like plant-based stuff. I don't know if he's like an ethical vegan, but he does interesting reviews and stuff like that. And he's a likable character, likable guy. So check him out. Is there anything spicy? That vegan teacher is a controlled opposition from Frank Tofano. Should we watch that? Vegan teachers a controlled opposition? Hey, that looks interesting, doesn't it? Are you guys interested in that? Does it look spicy for you? Controlled opposition, huh? That is a... That's... Oh, we'll do a search for David Rams. I'll tell you, if you guys are interested in this, we'll do this. And then we'll do the David Rams one. What do you think? Does that sound good, guys? Annie, what do you think? Does that sound good? Annie's not paying attention. It's okay. She doesn't care. All right, let's watch this then. Let's we'll go boom. We'll go here. Let's have a see. This guy's largely become irrelevant, hasn't he? I think no one gives a fuck about him anymore. That's what I think. I've never actually watched any of his videos really. I've watched a little bit of some, but okay, let's give it a shot.
Eat your vegetables! You know, every time I see that vegan teacher, she's just more and more popular, with YouTubers that have millions and millions of followers making videos on her. And normally, when a big YouTuber is harassed by anyone, they just ignore them. It's best for publicity. So my only guess here is that that vegan teacher is some sort of controlled opposition.
The reason YouTubers with millions of subscribers are responding to that vegan teacher is because she's become this kind of novelty. She's become this kind of cult phenomenon. She's like by far the most famous vegan on the planet. And she has had Gordon Ramsay. She went for Gordon Ramsay. He responded. Why did he respond? Because at that time she had 1.7 million followers on TikTok, and she was a huge deal. She was in the news all the time, right? That's what put her on the map. I think is when someone like in the mainstream, like what could be considered A-lister, he's got A-list friends, responded to her. So when she makes a video about a YouTuber who has lots and lots of followers, obviously they're going to respond. It's the best publicity they can get for themselves, responding to that vegan teacher. It's become a thing that these big YouTubers can do. It's like a fun thing for them to do. I think they're happy when she makes a video about them. It's almost like a rite of passage. So they respond because it's good for business, because she's a big deal in the vegan world, and she says things that are controversial, and she's got the backing of the fact that other famous people have responded to her. So now they can join the team too. That's pretty much what I would say is going to say controlled opposition. But let's see how he's going to, how is this controlled opposition? Let's have a see.
To get an extreme amount of views and maybe reel in 5-10% of the people that watch to actually follow the vegan diet. So we see on here that she's verified, which doesn't make sense because I've been on YouTube for far longer than she has, and I haven't been able to get verified. So yeah, you might be thinking,
does he think there's like an agenda? YouTube's in on it. All of these famous influencers, everyone's in on it. Everyone's in on this agenda to get everyone to go vegan. That's why they respond to that vegan teacher. Is that what the logic is here?
Hey, she only has 130,000 followers, but if you search for that vegan teacher...
Also, he's bitter that he's been on YouTube for longer and has less subscribers and isn't verified. Ouch. Jealousy's coming through, mate.
Just by month, you have these other YouTubers. This one, SSS Sniper Wolf, has 30 million subscribers, and the video on her got 4.4 million views. This one has 4.6 million views. She's getting probably dozens of millions of views from all of these other channels that are making videos about her. And when I had a popular YouTuber make a video on me, it was like shadow banned. Blair Walnuts has maybe a million subscribers, and when she did a video on me, I only got 200,000. I mean...
It's so bitter. Oh my God, Frank. The saltiness, bro. Basically, what you're saying is that vegan teacher is more successful than me, so it must be controlled opposition. YouTube must be favoring. Dude, has Gordon Ramsay ever said your name? Does he even know who you are? Does anyone know who you are outside of your little carnivore fucking circle jerk? your little reach around? Your little communal wank space? Does anyone actually know who you are outside of that, apart from a few vegans as well? Don't think so, mate. But if you say that vegan teacher to practically anyone in society, even probably in the farthest stretches, like, dude, if you go, she's famous fucking everywhere, you're not. That's basically the top and bottom of it. That's why if someone makes a video about you, no one gives a fuck. And someone makes a video about her and it gets 4 million views. It's really that simple.
Yeah, and then you search by year, and that same person with 30 million subscribers has given her dozens of millions of views. So they definitely have some sort of connection where they're working together just to funnel as many viewers to her as possible. And if you guys are unfamiliar, that vegan teacher was banned on TikTok several months ago and has migrated to YouTube. But the reason I'm making this video today is because I saw this and it was completely batshit crazy ridiculous. Comments turned off. Video titled, "Are you racist?" Like and dislikes hidden. Let's take a look at what she says.
We're not going to watch that because YouTube will probably spank me for it. But you already know what this video is. So we're just going to go through to the end and see what he says here.
I was watching I was watching like a comic skit like last week, and the guy was like, "All right, we should do a reality show where we get 10 Italian grandmothers over 85 years old, and we put one black dude in the house." It's horrible, 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 horrible. The lady is clearly not 100%. She has this other very popular video titled "I Can't Breathe."
Okay, and we're also not going to do that as well. You already know what these things are, and I don't want YouTube to like get upset about any of this stuff.
Given an agenda that they have to follow, and even if they are unknowingly pushing like the New World Order diet agenda at first.
New World Order agenda. This is like this is like that guy we just had on. So he's probably watching too much of Frank actually, and that's why he thinks veganism. So, New World Order agenda. You know, there's such a beautiful irony in this idea that the veganism is a New World Order agenda, because isn't that the whole point of the New World Order that they get what they want because they are the most elite and powerful, yet 99% of the planet is not vegan and has no plans to become vegan. If you walk out into the city center of any city on the planet, the amount of non-vegan versus vegan food, clothing, everything is like 99% non-vegan. You walk down the main street, every single restaurant is serving non-vegan food. Every single one of them. The vegan restaurants are usually a little bit further away because they can't afford to rent the main spaces, right? Because they don't make as much money. So if it truly is a New World Order thing, then why is all the prime real estate taken by non-vegan shops, non-vegan restaurants? Why have the New World Order not used their money and influence to get the vegan restaurants on in place of those places, huh? Or vegan clothing in place of the non-vegan clothing? Why have they not done that? Oh, that's right, because there is no New World Order vegan agenda, you fucking goon.
Once they get more popular and into it, they definitely understand exactly what they're doing. You know, despite there being very simple ways to debunk all the arguments for a vegan diet, they just ignore them and keep peddling their nonsense. But that's how it's going to be. And there's going to be constant dietary wars between people, and who knows if anyone will actually find their health. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I mean, it's very clear to me.
Yeah, to be fair, like, I'll give him that second point. There's going to be, he's right, there'll be constant dietary wars between people, and who knows if people will actually find their health. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. There's always going to be arguments about what diet is best for who and for humans. Like, what's our human diets? Blah, blah, blah. People are always going to argue about that. For sure. For sure. But yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we'll give him that one little tiny little point that I kind of agree with him on, that we're never going to agree on that. But what we can agree on is that wherever we land, we need to give the animals moral consideration, right? And we can be healthy eating plant-based. You won't agree with me on that point, but yeah, obviously, this guy spent like his entire career trying to debunk that. So, you know, we know that he disagreed with it.
That, you know, with the amount of views this person gets, the other people making videos on her, the intentional deplatforming of her off of TikTok, a lot of the times they do that as publicity stunts, and they want more traffic on other websites. Yeah, there's explanations behind everything. That's it.
You think TikTok's in cahoots with fucking YouTube? Like, TikTok, Chinese-owned companies working with YouTube, right? Like, we kick her off TikTok, and then she'll probably start a YouTube. What if Vegan Teacher just quit? Then what? Their plan's over, isn't it? Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
That, you know, it's unfortunate that nothing's legitimate anymore, and you know, that's part of the reason I don't really have that much fun. You know, when you look around and you understand that everything is fake, it's hard to really enjoy life. It's easier to just eat into it, enjoy the drama, think everything's real, but everyone's putting on a show, whether they know it or not. So,
all right. Given that again, he's not completely unreasonable. I agree. You look around, there's a lot of fake shit. I don't think that Vegan Teacher's included in the fake shit. I don't think she's fake whatsoever. But he's right. There is a lot of fake shit out there. Instagram's fake. YouTube's, like, lots of YouTubers are fake as fuck. There's like even fake animal rescues going on right now. Like, people are putting animals in horrible situations and hurting them so they can pretend to rescue them for money. You know, he's right. There's a lot of horrible shit out there. Yeah. Okay. This is not a complete fucking terrible mess that I expected it to be. It's just the usual shit with some little bits of like what seems to be reasonable points, little speckles of reason in there. But yeah, let's keep going.
Thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully you guys like this video.
Okay, I wasn't too bad. Maybe he's calmed down a bit. I mean, I've seen other videos of him where he's just been a complete fucking moron. Who knows? Anyway, let's go see what people are saying about me then. Somebody recommended earlier to go and see if there's anyone. I think there are a few. Oh, these are my videos. And we got one here. A message to lobster reviews, scammer payback, and David Rams about team scenes. Should we look at it? It's 11 seconds long. It's probably just going to be something mean, right?
Let me tell you.
Oh, let's just slow it down 1 second. I've put it up at 1.5 speed, so.
Let me tell you. Our Lord God made a man and a woman. Shut up! Shut up!
Cool. Welcome to the dark areas of YouTube where people put things like that on. All right. What else do we have? Oh, wow, it's a 10-minute response. David Ram's response and debunking his video about Team C's. All right, then. Let's see. I've not seen this, by the way, guys. Maybe I'm about to get royally debunked. Let's have a see.
At this point, you have probably heard of Team C's, and I have talked about it in 2 videos. But some people, and I'm being serious here, there are some people that will go out of their way to basically just hate on this trend for some reason.
Absolutely not. Not hating on the trend. I was very specific in my video. This is not a hate video. And I think I said this, what the fuck? I said Team C's is a great initiative. Ocean cleanups are a great initiative. Beach cleanups are a great initiative. However, it doesn't make much sense to be doing all of that while you're contributing to the biggest industries that destroy the planet, the ones that do the most damage. It would make more sense if you took your money away from them and cleaned the beach. You're hypocritical if that's not what you're doing. Okay? That's what I said.
So I'm talking about this guy named David Rams, and he made a video about this in a negative light, and I want to respond and debunk his claims.
So first, I just want to say I like this guy. I like the way he speaks. I like it's calm. I got a good vibe. I don't think he's a douchebag. We've got 10 minutes of this. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, but let's see what he's got to say. Let's see if maybe with some misunderstandings, maybe there's gonna be some disagreements. Maybe I'm gonna agree. Maybe he's gonna debunk me. There's a chance. I've got to say, I'm getting good vibes from this guy. I think he might be the one to take me down.
Like, he's funny. I enjoy his content. I think he seems like a pretty cool guy. And this Team C's thing that he's put together is also very cool, right? Raising money to clean the oceans, the beaches, and the rivers. Who could argue with that? Seriously, who could argue with that?
I'm about to.
Well, I'm about to.
Yeah, see, I knew that was going to happen. I predicted that.
All right, now this should be great. I really wonder what kind of arguments you can possibly come up with, David Rams.
I mean, yeah, pretty simple
Seriously,
arguments.
What can you bring up?
There's a huge problem. Mr. Beast and pretty much everyone involved with #Team C's are massive hypocrites.
What do you mean we are hypocrites? For what? Supporting something good? What is wrong with you?
Before I explain...
I mean, that's not an argument. What is wrong with you is not an argument, bro.
Why Mr. Beast and his Team C's are massive hypocrites, I need to tell you about the leading cause of environmental destruction on the planet. This industry causes ocean dead zones, pollution, and species extinction on another level, and it does more damage than the entire transport industry. I'm talking about animal agriculture, mainly the meat, dairy, and egg industries. Not only is Mr. Beast contributing to these industries every single day because he's not a vegan, so 3 times a day, he's contributing to those industries. Not only is he doing that...
3 times a day at least, by the way. 3 times a day at least. So whether, I don't know how many meals he eats a day, I don't know how many items he's buying from shops or clothing he's buying, right? So minimum 3 times a day.
But he also runs the fast food burger chain, Beast Burger.
Okay, so first of all, how does this have anything to do with Team C's?
Well, as I explained in my video, he's going out trying to clean up the beaches for what? To save the planet, to save the animals, to give us a habitable planet, right? So not destroying all the oceans, etc., etc. He's doing all of that whilst contributing to that destruction. That's why it's relevant. Hold up, we got a... Why did it not come up? I see we got a super chat. My mum and dad became ethical vegans a week ago, mostly because of me. Took them 3.5 years. As long as I've been vegan, they're both 64. Hey, Nado, that's fucking awesome, dude. Thank you for the super chat. You're a legend, and you're even more of a massive legend for doing what you did, getting your mum and dad on the ethical side of this for the animals. It's amazing. It took you a long time, but it's worth it. And now, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to convince some of their friends to also, do the same thing. So that's incredible. Oh, Michael also. I said no, it was Michael's first. Michael, thank you so much for your donation as well. No question, just to thank you for your tireless support as a vegan activist. Superb. Hey, Michael, you are a long supporter of the channel. You're always here and you're always supportive. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You're a fucking legend. You're like a level 7 legend. You know, there's only 8 levels. So I mean, that's like, you know, you're pretty much there, man. You're amazing. Thank you, hero, man. All right, let's get through this. We're 2 minutes in, and he already doesn't seem to understand the point. But let's see what he's got to say.
Like, the purpose of Team Seas is to pretty much take trash out of the ocean.
Yes, but why are they taking trash out of the ocean? Because they want to save the environment, save the animals, save the planet, right? They want to help the planet. Does it make sense to help the planet while simultaneously fucking the planets, does it?
This is not relevant to Team Seas in any way.
It is relevant to Team Seas in every way. Fishing, okay, the majority of the plastic in the ocean comes from fishing nets. The majority of the destruction and the killing in the oceans is coming from fishing. They're wiping the coral reef out with fishing. Also, animal agriculture is responsible for ocean dead zones from the pollution of all the shit going into the sea from the animal agriculture industry. It is absolutely relevant to Team Seas.
Like, it might be valid, but it's not related. Animal extinction is a completely different problem. If you want to stop animal abuse and animal extinction, then go ahead. But don't take it out on Team Seas.
I wasn't taking it out on Team Seas. I was pointing out a hypocrisy with claiming you're trying to help the world, help the environment, as I've said multiple times now, whilst contributing to the biggest destroyers of it.
Because it's not aimed at trying to stop the killing of animals.
No, but it's aiming to try and save the planet. And as an extension of that, of course, it's aimed to help animals. Again, there's no use saying you're doing this to try and save the planet, save the people, save the animals, while paying for putting money into an industry that destroys the planet, harms people, because animal agriculture harms people as well. It puts very poor people in slaughterhouses and gives them PTSD and anxiety and depression. The deforestation is causing massive climate changes in some parts of the world where people need those trees to cool the place down and give them clean air to breathe. It's pumping shit into poor neighborhoods because poor people have to live by these these big disgusting farms where they get, you know, all the waste gets put outside, and in the summer it absolutely stinks the place out. Like, they usually, poor people have to live there because they're the cheapest houses. So it's doing that to people. It's wasting human edible food, feeding it to billions of animals that get fed to rich people rather than feeding it to the poor who starve to death. We have people starving to death while we have animals eating shitloads of human edible food to be killed and fed to rich people. And if all of that wasn't enough for you, it's killing literally tens of billions of animals a year. So yes, mate, it is absolutely relevant.
Eating meat. It's aimed to take trash out of the ocean to make the ocean more clean. Like, those are two very different problems, sir.
Yeah, I've already been through why they're not two very different problems. I'm not going to repeat myself.
Yeah! I've never ran a restaurant before.
Which serves exclusively animal products. Mr. Beast is running a company that contributes massively to environmental destruction and pollution, whilst also running a campaign to try to stop environmental destruction and pollution.
Okay, so it's very clear you didn't do your research. First of all, Mr. Beast has included a vegan option for Mr. Beast Burger.
Okay, which came out literally 2 days after I made that video, which either is a massive coincidence or he realized. But giving one vegan option on a menu that is 99% animal products doesn't undo all the damage you're doing with the animal products. It's like killing 100 animals and then selling an apple. It doesn't fix the animal killing. What's up? You got a donation. Oh, Big Broccoli. Thank you, Big Broccoli. I like those live reactions to anti-vegan idiots instead of debating children on Discord. Keep up the good work. Yeah, this is definitely more interesting, right? A bit more fun. But I like both. All right, let's continue.
Are you happy now?
No, I'm not happy now. If a slaughterhouse starts selling Impossible Burger, those animals are still getting killed, mate. And then all that destruction I just mentioned and all the damage being done to the planet, to the animals, and to poor people is still going on. It's just now he's doing it with a vegan burger involved and say, oh, you can have a vegan burger if you don't want to pay for that. It's not fixing the problem.
Second, the number one way restaurants can cause pollution in the first place is by food waste. And in order to solve this problem, Mr. Beast has actually made his orders available through delivery and DoorDash and online. He even states this specifically in the video of Mr. Beast Burger.
Great. And if he did all of that with plant-based products, it would be fantastic. But all of these tiny little steps that he took don't mean fuck all when he is directly funding and enabling this massive destructive industry to continue by buying their products and reselling them on when he could just be selling vegan alternatives. That's the thing. What does it matter? I'm only using delivery companies. I'm going to do recyclable packaging. Dude, none of this shit matters when the industries you're funding fucking destroy the planet, harm people, and slit animals' throats. What does it matter if you're making these tiny little things like, oh, we'll do special delivery things, we'll give some money to charity? Dude, these are all good steps, but the major step, the main point you could be doing and you should be doing if you give a shit about people, the animals, and the planet, is to stop serving these animal destroying, poor people fucking targeting, animal slaughtering products.
And there are plenty of vegan alternatives available to all of this. What?
Simon Flames just said, yeah, that's like giving someone €5 while taking €10 away from them. Exactly. It's basically what he's doing. Yeah, we'll continue.
Why would he do that? Vegan alternatives like not only avoid slitting animals' throats, but also have a significantly reduced environmental impact. Does Mr. Beast really give a shit about the environment, or is he just doing this Team C's campaign to raise his profile? And all these other influencers making these nice little Team C's videos, do any of them actually make any differences in their own personal lives? Are any of them actually practicing what they preach? Or are they just editing and putting out these nice little videos to raise their own profiles and make everyone think they're some kind of saints, whilst doing next to nothing to actually help with the issues?
First of all, couldn't the same thing be said about you? Like, what are you
that was so expected.
Doing about all this?
Well, first off, I am not contributing to the biggest, as I've said multiple times, the biggest environmental destruction because I don't contribute to animal agriculture. That's the absolute minimum we could do, is to take what's causing the most damage and stop giving them our money and stop running our businesses off the back of them. That's like the basic minimum. After that, you can do loads more. Like, for example, I only buy sustainable clothing. If I can't get hold of something sustainably, I'll go to a charity shop. If I can't get it from a charity shop, then only would I consider going to some place that I don't know whether they're sustainable or not. For example, right? So I make changes, yeah. I made lots of changes in my personal life, as well as advocating here on YouTube to try and get a wider change and try to, help others do this too. And I raise money for animal sanctuaries. I raise money for different causes, depending on, so I'm doing quite a lot. So I'm trying to practice what I preach. And what bothers me is when other people do the preaching, but don't even try to practice what it is because it's too inconvenient for them. Well, look, if it's too inconvenient for you to practice what you preach, you should stop preaching.
Like, if you really wanted to change something, go ahead and do it. Like,
I did. That's why I am eating plant-based and trying to be as sustainable as possible. As I said, you remove the things, you start at the top. What's causing the most problems? Okay, I'll take those things. I'm going to do my best on those things. And you work your way down to the smaller problems. Mr. Beast has flipped that on its head. He started off with, okay, beach cleanups and stuff, which, although are good for optics and they're definitely, nice, they're not solving the biggest issues, the biggest things, the biggest ways that he's destroying the planet right now. The biggest harm he's doing is with his personal lifestyle, the things he's buying and consuming, and the things he's making money off, his business. Those are the two biggest things that he's doing right now that are fucking up the planet. So why not start there before you go cleaning beaches, or do it at the same time?
You're part of the problem too, if you're not doing anything about this.
Yeah, we've been through that.
Second, it doesn't matter if they did it to raise their profile or not. What matters is that they still did it.
No, if you're preaching, as I said, if you're preaching something without practicing it, well, yeah, I guess you could argue, well, at least other people are going to take it seriously. Sure, right. But wouldn't it be better if they practiced what they preached? That's what my video is saying.
They still made the change.
They've made no change whatsoever. They made a video. They didn't change anything in their own lives. They just made a video.
Decided to do something positive for once. And
it's easy to make a video and say, oh, this is all good. It's much, much harder to actually do what you believe in, right? Everyone can sit around and say things are good, but it takes everyone to do the things they believe are good to make any change. These people are doing a good job by speaking about it. Yeah, I agree. But they're doing a terrible job by not practicing what they preach. If they practice what they preached, if everyone practiced what they preached, hey, imagine the world we'd be in. Imagine how quickly some of these problems would be solved if everyone actually practiced what they preached. That's the point of my criticism.
Third, I don't think Mr. Beast needs to raise his profile anymore.
Of course he does. It's his business. He needs to stay relevant. People think that because he's a famous YouTuber, he can just stop. Some of the biggest, most famous actors and actresses on the planet have become forgotten, lost. Look at Brendan Fraser, the star of The Mummy. What happened to him? Any idea, guys? Anyone know where he is right now? You can find out. He's done some interviews, but no one gives a shit anymore, right? He's not relevant anymore. He's done. He's done. This is what happens. The limelight is fickle as fuck. You can 1 minute you're in it, 1 minute you're out, right? So of course he has to stay relevant. This is his business. His whole thing is, how do I stay relevant? How do I keep people interested? Dude, the guy's a master of YouTube. Do you think he got there by saying, well, I don't need to try anymore? Fuck no. That's not Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast will try to grow as much as he possibly can for as long as he possibly can, because that's who he is. And I respect him for that. Good for him for trying to do that. But, you know, practice what you fucking preach.
Like, this guy has like 75 million subscribers. I mean, first of all, he put out Team C's and Team Trees and raised, like, what, 50 million in total? Like, I have never heard of anybody who is willing to do that.
It helps him tremendously to do these things. It's not selfless. You realize he's not like losing millions of dollars because he does this. You do realize that people see him as like, it's like people see like Elon Musk or something, or like, I don't know if Elon Musk is a good example, but big fucking rich famous people doing things for charity only helps the person who is famous. It doesn't like lower their profile. It gives them this huge boost, and it's great. I like that he did Team Trees. I like that he did Team C's. I've already said a million times, these things are good for him for using his platform to get these things done. I just wish he would make the necessary changes in his personal life and his business to back up his messages with Team C's and Team Trees, right? Because fuck, running these campaigns is fantastic, but all that money he raised, it doesn't even out the damage he's doing with his business and with his personal life and the personal lives of all the people that it could influence to stop contributing to animal agriculture. Think about it. By not speaking, imagine the impact he could make raising money and advocating for a plant-based lifestyle. If he did both, oh my God, the impact would be phenomenal. But right now, his lack of advocating for that and his lack of change in his personal life and his lack of change in his business that sells all of those products, it's not like raising 50 million cancels that out. That's continuing and continuing to, it's not even close to cancelling it out. It's nowhere near cancelling it out. He's doing far more damage with what he's doing right now, and so are all the people who are part of this Team C's thing. They're doing far more damage than they're fixing.
Like, that, you have to be some sort of special person to be willing to do this in front of millions of people.
No, you don't. You just have to be someone who knows PR, public relations, and who knows that doing certain things in certain ways will get people very happy, very excited, and fucking fall in love with you. That is what he has successfully done his entire career. He has been able to make people fall in love with him and his content throughout his career. Look at his early videos. He's a likable guy. He's a lovely, likable guy. I don't hate the guy. I like the guy. Fuck, I watch Mr. Beast's content. I find him likable. I find him cool. I said that in the beginning. It's clear that he knows how to make people like him. That's not why he's made Team Trees and Team C's. Of course, he's got his other reasons, but it doesn't fucking hurt his profile, does it, hey?
Like, he doesn't
It's not selfless.
have to do this.
It doesn't have to do it, but it helps him, dude. Come on.
But he chooses to. And the change is made, and it's something positive.
Yes.
So I really just feel like that you're really hurting yourself by giving the impression that these people aren't doing anything.
Raising money's great, but if you're contributing to the issues you're raising money for, how does that make any fucking sense? How many of these people have made the most simple change you can make to help the environment and help animals? How many of them have actually gone vegan and changed what they put on their plates 3 times a day?
Again, this is not relevant to...
It's absolutely relevant, but if you can try and give me an argument as to why it's not relevant. So far, you've not debunked anything, bro. I hope you're going to pull something out of the bag.
Team C's. The goal of Team C's is to clean the ocean, not...
Why? Why are they cleaning the ocean? That's the question. Because they care about the environment. Okay, see how it's relevant? If they care about the environment, they should stop destroying the fucking environment with their lifestyle choices and the business they're running. As probably the first thing to change. I'm gonna keep repeating it as much as it needs to be repeated, as much as he keeps repeating the same attempts to debunk what I'm saying.
Not save the animals from extinction like you claim. Like, those are two very different problems, and they have nothing to do with each other. So I don't know where you're getting this argument from.
I just explained it. I mean, it's not rocket science if you actually pay attention and listen to what I'm saying.
This is like making videos to help women who are victims of sexism, then buying things from a Saudi Arabian company that refuses to hire women because they're women. Or it'd be like making videos about BLM, supporting BLM, and then supporting a neo-Nazi company because you like the products they sell.
Your argument doesn't work in the context of things like this.
Yeah, it does.
Mr. Beast is not intending to do anything like kill off the animals or anything.
Exactly. And in my next point, which is coming up in the video, I address that.
Thing like that. That's not his goal. And that's not his goal with Team C's. And comparing Mr. Beast Burger to Team C's doesn't make any sense because both of them aren't related to.
How are they not related? Mr. Beast is running Team C's. Mr. Beast owns Beast Burger. Like, of course they're related.
Each other. And also, Mr. Beast Burger, I'm pretty sure they give some of the money away to charities or
do
something with it to
it's great
support
that
some
they do
good
that.
causes. So really find that kind of insane from you.
In both of these cases, your intention isn't to be sexist or racist or support sexism or racism, but
see the intention, I said that.
By supporting those companies, that's exactly what you're doing. And look, I know when you're buying animal products, your aim isn't to support environmental destruction, pollution, and slitting animals' throats. But when you buy animal products, those are the exact things that you're supporting.
Like I've said before, he has a vegan option for his burgers.
Oh, come on. Come on, bro. A vegan option doesn't undo all of those things that I've just said. Who cares? One vegan. The guy claims he cares about the planet, right? Step one. I assume he cares about animals because he's not a selfish piece of shit. But let's pretend that we don't know if he cares about animals or not. But he cares about the planet, and he definitely cares about people because he's giving to charities and he's trying to do Team C's and Team Trees. If he cares about people, cares about the planet, he should stop making money off the backs of industries that abuse people and animals and obviously destroy the planet, and stop putting his own money into it in his personal life too. Simple as that. I'm just looking at the chat. There's Colton Jones is spamming vegan food. That's so funny. Oh, good one.
Also, one quick note is that the burger meat comes from cows, not seafood. Like, this isn't Mr. Beast seafood. So
it doesn't fucking matter. We've already been through this over and over again, man.
So I don't understand, like, why this has anything to do with Team C's.
I already explained it. I'm not going to go over it again.
Especially since the so-called meat you're talking about is not involved with seafood in any way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Animal ag, ocean dead zones, destruction of the environment, pollution. The sea, why they're trying to save the ocean is to try to save the fucking planet. He's claiming he cares about the environment with Team C's, Team Trees. It is 100% relevant. Okay, we've already been through it a million times. Let's just get to the end.
Real change takes real leadership. And yeah, cleaning a few beaches and raising some money for the oceans is going to help a bit. But these people can reach and influence literally millions and millions of people. Mr. Beast and all of his YouTube influencer friends have probably the biggest impact on the world, or could have the biggest impact on the world, bigger than any celebrity, bigger than any president or any leader, political leader. If these guys really want change for the world, the first thing they can do is grow a backbone and go vegan.
Why? Why out of everything does going vegan have to be the main way to change the world?
Because 3 times a day or more, you make small decisions, seemingly small decisions, because you're a consumer, and every single time you make those decisions, you vote for something. It's the only thing that you do multiple times a day that you actually can do change and have a serious impact on the world, okay? So that's why going plant-based and eating plant-based is the minimum thing that you could do if you're somebody who cares about the animals, people, and the planet. That's the minimum thing you can do. There is no other cause, literally. There is nothing else you do multiple times a day that can have that much of an impact. Nothing. Say you care about starvation in poor countries. What can you do? What can you change in your personal life that would make that difference? Not a lot. You could give money to charity, pretty much all you could do. There's nothing else that you're doing that causes that problem, right? Destroying the planet. You could put solar power on the house. That's very expensive, very inconvenient. You could drive an electric car, very expensive, very inconvenient. You could cycle everywhere, not expensive, but probably inconvenient, especially in winter. And maybe you're not that fit. You know, there's lots of. But one thing that you do every single day is you eat and you consume things. And all you'd need to do to change and significantly lower the impact you're having on the planet, significantly lower the impact that you're having on poor people who get exploited by animal agriculture and fucked by animal agriculture, and significantly lower your impact on killing innocent, fucking defenseless, weak animals, the most simple thing you could do multiple times a day is just literally pick something different at the supermarket. That's why it's not the end of all the problems. It's not like going to fix everything, but it's the bare minimum if you're somebody who claims to care about the planet, the animals, and even the people. It's the bare minimum, man.
And also, by doing stuff like this, he's already influencing the world. He started 2 organizations that got everybody together to make a positive change towards society.
Yes, agreed. It's good. Lots of people getting exposed to doing some kind of positive things for society. I get it. I agree. I've said it not a million times, but I've said it a few times. I like that he did this. I don't think it's bad that he did this. I just wish he would follow through and go all the way.
I want to see what you can do rather than sit here and rip other people to shreds.
I didn't rip him to shreds. I criticized something and I gave an inspirational, what could we do? He has more power than this, than this, than this. I said he was cool. I said I liked him. Not ripping him to shreds. Ripping him to shreds would be saying like he's a useless asshole or something like that, or like, you know, just trying to destroy him. I watch his bloody videos. I'm not trying to destroy him. I'm just pointing something out.
We're doing right now. At this point, I am done talking about this guy and what he's trying to do. Here's what people need to understand. The world isn't
what do people need to understand?
Incredibly lucky to have someone like Mr. Beast. He has done so much, and it is a rare treasure to have him here.
Okay. I like him too, but you do need to take your cock out of his mouth, mate. I mean, he's great, don't get me wrong, but holy shit, dude. If this whole video was just you making this video just to try and, like, you know, suck him off, basically, then you know what? That's all you, bro. Like you know, you got a man crush. That's totally cool. I've got man crushes on Ryan Reynolds is my man crush. Like if someone was shitting on Ryan Reynolds, maybe I'd make a video like this. Maybe I'd be like, Ryan Reynolds, what he's done for this world. How dare you speak ill of him? How dare you speak? I maybe I would do it. Maybe I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but I'd be close. All right. So I see where you're coming from. If you've got a man crush on Mr. Beast, I see why you fall in love with him. He's very good at making people fall in love with him, but he's still, it's valid to criticize him when he's doing things that need to be criticized. And you've criticized me. You feel I need to be criticized. So look, if I can't make videos about him, then you can't make videos about me, bro. All right. You criticized me on something you disagree with me on, and I sat here and I responded to you. Now I criticized Mr. Beast. Has he sat down and responded to me? Has he responded to any of the vegans who've made videos about him? No. So, you know, make of that what you will.
And most importantly, going vegan is not going to be the answer to everything.
I already covered that. I know it's not the answer to everything. It's the bare minimum.
And I understand if you want to go vegan in order to change something. I have no problem with that. But to then take this out on other people in this way, it's just wrong.
We've already been through why it's not wrong. And there's nothing. It's a video that was criticizing Mr. Beast. I didn't do anything mean to him. I didn't criticize his appearance or anything like that. It wasn't that kind of video. Look, criticized his ideas. I criticized the hypocrisy. Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure you can take it. He's a big boy.
Please don't. The world does not revolve around going vegan.
Okay. Did I say it did?
You just have to remember that. At the end of the day, I would actually advise you go ahead and donate to Team C's. Go ahead and support them.
Go ahead. It's good because, as I already said, I don't know. This guy's like arguing against me as if I've said Team C's is a terrible, terrible campaign. It's a great campaign. I like the campaign. If you believe in it, go and donate to it. Good for you.
They have done a lot, and Team Trees as well. I'll have links down below in the description. And anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
As much as you know, he is some BS. I you know, I like the guy. I like him. I like this guy. He's all right. Maybe we can talk. Maybe we'll bring him on at some point. Yeah, I don't mind that guy. You know, I mean, they were really bad arguments, but I don't mind him. I don't mind him. This was just okay, weird. I'm not gonna go for that one. David Ramsey is a disgusting vegan, and here's why. Okay, we'll finish on this one, guys, and then we'll call it a day. This one's only 58 seconds, and I think I've already watched it. I don't remember watching this. What is it? Okay, let's have a see. David Rams is a disgusting vegan, and here's why.
By looking at the title and the thumbnail, you already know I'm talking about an animal rights activist. But why am I talking about David Rams?
I really like this. It's like a sign that you've made it when people make these videos about you, right? Mom, I've made it. I've made it. And he's not even paying attention. She's like so sick of this shit. I'm doing like comedy gold here, and you're sat there with a stone cold face. What the hell? Comedy gold. Okay, well, I think it's comedy gold anyway. Maybe you guys don't like it.
Well,
maybe no one likes it. Maybe I'm just living in this fantasy land where I think this is comedy gold. Anyway, okay, let's just.
The first video I watched from him is him forcing Billie Eilish, who is actually vegan, to be an animal rights activist.
Forcing Billie Eilish to be an animal rights activist. So making a video about Billie Eilish being a pick me vegan, like she was making fun of vegans to gain acceptance from non-vegans, and I pointed that out and said, hey, that's bullshit, and that's me forcing her. She's a bloody millionaire. She doesn't have to watch YouTube videos. She doesn't have to watch my YouTube video. There's nothing forceful about that.
I knew that video existed because of the vegan teacher, but that's not the main reason why I'm talking about it. He recently made a video attacking Mr. Beast, saying his Team C's thing is hypocritical because he owns a non-vegan restaurant called Beast Burger, which is apparently using meat from factory farms, which are polluting not just the ocean, but the air too. And that the only reason why he made Team C's is to make him look better.
Well, I didn't say that. I said a big reason they did Team C's was to raise the profile, especially all the other people who were jumping on the bandwagon. It's a very, very easy way to raise your profile. But I don't think that's the only reason he did it. I think that's probably a big reason he did it, though.
First of all, why would Mr. Beast support factory farms?
Because he's a hypocrite.
Just take one glance at his channel. But let's say Hef for some reason does.
Of course he does. Well, you think his Beast Burger, his chain restaurant, is not using factory, and even if it weren't using, even if it were using non-factory farms, it's still doing everything that I've said. It's still slitting animals' throats. It's still putting poor people in slaughterhouses. It's still destroying the planet.
Why would he do Team C's to make him look better?
Because that's what he does for a job.
It's not like everyone he knows that he uses factory farms.
Everyone uses factory farms. Like almost everyone. It's not like he stands out.
Why are you even attacking Mr. Beast?
Because on this point, he is a hypocrite, and it wasn't an attack. It was a valid criticism.
Animal rights activists, they are disgusting.
That's not an argument. Oh my God, that's it. All right, cool. Great. I mean, okay. There we go. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think that's it, guys, and we'll finish it up there. And, yeah, I really did piss off the fan base. You're totally right. Yeah, thanks so much everybody for tuning in. And you know, it didn't work out. We didn't get to do the Discord stuff, but we'll do that again another time. It's all good. It's all good. If you enjoy these videos, guys, we just put out a really, really nice video on patreon.com/David Rams. 2 nice videos from an animal sanctuary with cows and baby donkeys and lovely like chickens and dogs and cats. It's amazing. So if you want to see that, you got to join the Patreon team, guys. Patreon.com/David Rams. You can join. It's only $1 to join, and you can get access to that. Not only those videos, but all the other videos that I do not post on YouTube. You would get access to all of those. I think that is, I've said it a lot of videos. It's a great deal. Supporting my channel, supporting my work, and you get to see these awesome videos that will never, ever be here on YouTube. Simon's seen it. Simon's seen it. He says it's super cute. You see? So, guys, check it out. The other way you can get access to it is by becoming a member of the YouTube team. Like, become a YouTube team member. If you don't want to go Patreon, if you want to stay here on YouTube, you can do it on YouTube, and then you'll get access to it as well. So you'll get access to the videos. So there you go. Check that out, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We will be back. So there will be a live stream on this Sunday coming. All right. There will not be a live stream on a week today. There will be one after that. It will be an interview with Benjamin from Viral Vegans, the guy who did the protest in KFC. We're going to bring him on. We're going to talk about why he did it. What was he feeling? You know, how was it? We're going to get into it. I'm very excited for that. The next week there'll be a nice video in the week, and then there'll be the Friday video. There'll be no Sunday video, but then the week after that there will be a Sunday video. So there you go. There's your update. Thank you, everybody. Hope you had a lovely time. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Take it easy, And we'll keep calling out that bullshit. I'll see you all in the next video.